Good morning, dear students. My name is Ferhan Mazher, and today is 12th of September 2021. Right now, I am with the ninth Cambridge class. We call it O1. The subject we are studying is D Maths 4024, and today we have set our hearts uh, to solve exercise 2. Exercise 6B. This is chapter number 6. The book we are studying is D3. The name of the chapter is coordinate geometry, and this is the second exercise of that chapter. Today we will learn how to calculate the distance between 2 points. So we will learn about the distance formula, and let's start. And you can see, if you are given 2 points, if 2 points are given to you and you know their coordinates. For example, a point A is given to you and its coordinates are x1, y1, and another point is given to you and its coordinates are x2 and y2. Very easily you can find the distance between them. The formula is, you find the difference in their x coordinates and you square it. You find the difference between their y coordinates and you square it, and you add them up, and then you take the square root. So formula is, the distance between A and B is equals to under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So the difference between the x coordinates, you square it, and then the difference between the y coordinates, you square it. You add both these squares and you take the square root of the sum. So it's the distance formula is very easy. You should all the time remember this formula. So let's start the next. I can show you the next one. Okay, so here we go. Exercise 6B from the D3. Question number 1. It's A part. The 2 points are given. Here, a point A is given, whose coordinates are 2 comma 3. The point B, whose coordinates are 9 comma 7, and they want you to find out the distance between them. They want you to find out the length AB. So if you want to find out the length AB, the procedure is simple. You apply that formula, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, and you take the square root of that sum. So you can see here I have drawn a freehand grid also to show you what all this thing mean. Here you can see I have shown a grid so you can understand it better. I have shown the point A on the grid, 2 comma 3 are the coordinates. I have shown the point B whose coordinates are 9 comma 7, and the actual question is the line which joins A and B, find its length. So you apply that formula. The x2 value is 9, x1 value is 2. So it's square plus, and the y2 value is 7, y1 value is 3, and you take is the difference and you take square of it. So 9 minus 2 will be 7, 7 minus 3 will be 4, 7 square will be 49, 4 square will be 16, 49 plus 16 will be 65, and when you take the square root of the 65, it will be 8.06, and it will be either centimeters or it will be in meters or it might be in millimeters. So some unit. Okay, so we are not sure about what is the unit, so we simply write with it units. Okay, so this is how you will find the length of between 2 points if their coordinates are given. What do you say? Do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's move to the next part. This is question number 1B part. A point C is given, its coordinates are 3 comma 6, and a point D is given, its coordinates are minus 5 comma 9. So what I did, I made a rough grid with freehand, and I located those points on that grid. The point D minus 5 comma 9, the point C which is 3 comma 6. I want the length of the CD. I want actually the line which joins the D and C, or C and D. I want the length of that line. So the formula of the finding the length of the CD is under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So x2 is minus 5 minus 3, x1 is 3, y2 is 9, and the y1 is 6. So we just substituted those values in that formula. So minus 5 minus 3, it gives you minus 8, and 9 minus 6, it gives you 3. The square of the minus 8 will be positive 64, and the square of the 3 will be 9. Okay. So under root 73, and that will give you 8.54. Basil, come here. Come here. Ask your mother. Okay, go. Okay, ask your mom. So under root of 73 will be 8.54. So you see how we found the length of the CD and how we show it on the grid. So the understanding is more and more clear. Do you understand this part?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so you see, we are doing a lot of questions so that one thing is the distance formula, and the next thing is the procedures which are involved, the mathematics, the algebra. So I am doing these questions so you know all the hidden tricks. Okay, so that was question number 1B part. We are going to the next part, which is question number 1C part. Here a point is given E and its coordinates are minus 1 comma 4. Another point F is given whose coordinates are 8 comma minus 3. So what I did, I located it on a grid and I plotted them. So E is minus 1 comma 4, you can see on the grid. F is 8 comma minus 3, I have located it on the grid. And the line which joins them, the line which joins E and F, its length is questioned. We want to find out what is the length of that line. So apply the formula, and the formula is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So x2 8 and the x1 is minus 1. So I will write 8 minus minus 1 whole square. So that minus minus will become plus. So 8 plus 1 will be 9. In the same way, y2 is minus 3, y1 is 4. So minus 3 minus 4, it will be minus 7, and we will take square of it. So 9 square is 81. The square of the minus 7 is positive 49. 81 plus 49 will be 130. And when you take the square root of the 130, that will be 11.4. So, my dear students, this is how we will find the length between E and F. Do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I hope it's clear to you. So, we are moving to the next part. This is question number 1, exercise 6B. It's D part. A point G is given. That's minus 10 comma 2. And H point is given, which is minus 4 comma minus 7. The coordinates of the point G are minus 10 comma 2. So I plotted it on the graph, on the grid. And H is minus 4 comma minus 7. And I joined them. You can see with the black line, I have joined them. The question is, what is the length of this line? If you know the coordinates of the 2 points, you can apply the distance formula. GH, the length of the GH, the lines to lines which I put around GH, these lines means I'm trying to find out the length. In more technical words, we say I'm trying to find out the magnitude. It means the length. Okay. So I will apply the distance formula. The distance formula is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So I will put those values. The coordinates of the x2 is minus 4. The coordinate of x1 is minus 10. So here when you put these values in that formula, this becomes a little tricky, because you write minus 4 and there is a negative in the formula, and the x1 value is also minus. So you will have minus 4 minus minus 10. So it will become plus 10. So minus 4 and plus 10, and then it will give you 6. Minus 4 plus 10, it will be 6, and you have whole square on it. Y2 value is minus 7, minus in the formula, and then the Y1 value is 2. So minus 7 minus 2, it gives you minus 9. Square of the 6 is 36, and the square of minus 9 is positive 81. 36 plus 81 will be 117. When you take the square root of 117, the answer will be 10.8 units. So the length of the GH, the length of the GH will be 10.8 units. Do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that was question number 1, and it has 4 parts. We have done all the 4 parts. They were very easy. The coordinates of the 2 points were given, and they asked you to find the length between them. And whenever you are doing the questions on the coordinate geometry, I advise always draw a rough grid, or if you have actual graph paper, you can draw a grid on the graph paper and plot those points on the grid. And then the question will become very easy for you. Like I have shown here the points on the grid, and then I without grid you can just write the formula and do the calculation. But if you draw the points on the grid, it will make your question more easy for you. Okay, so here we go. Here, question number 2 from the exercise 6b from the book D3. Question number 2 is a point A is given whose coordinates are P, 0, and another point B is given whose coordinates are 0, P. They said that the length of the AB is 10. The length is already given. The length of the line joining A and B is 10. They say find the value of the P. Okay, so the length AB is already given in the question. It's given. The length is AB is 10. So what I will do, I will apply the distance formula. The distance formula is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square and square root on the whole thing. So I wrote the formula, and that is equals to 10. Then substitute the values. You can see the x2 value is 0, x1 value is p. So I wrote bracket 0 minus p bracket close whole square plus y2 is p and the y1 is 0. So bracket p minus 0 bracket close whole square and square root on the whole thing equals to 10. 0 minus p square will be the square of the minus p, and that will give you a p square. P minus 0 means p and its square, and that will be p square. And then you see the square root and p square plus p square plus p square, 1 apple plus 1 apple, that is 2p square. We will take the square, you see they have the square root on them. To get rid of that square root, we will take square on both sides. I have not shown here, but you are supposed to take, you will have 2p square root on it equals to 10. So you will square both the sides. So the square with the square root will be cancelled. You will have 2p square equals to the square of the 10 will be 100. So take this 2 to the other side. P square will be equals to 100 divided by 2. This 2 was multiplying on this side with the p square. So when it will go on the other side, it will divide. So you will have p square equals to 100 divided by 2. P square will be equals to 50. So I want the value of the p. I don't want the value of the p square. So I will take square root on both the sides. So square root on both the sides. And when you take that square and the square root will be cancelled, you get the p equals to under root 50. Under root 50 is 7 point something. So the p value, and whenever you take square root, you remember we always put positive negative with it, because the p is the coordinate, and that can be positive, that can also be negative. So that's why I put a positive negative sign with it. So the answer is 7.07. Do you understand this question number 4?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So That is the question. This is question number 2. Hopefully you have understood this. It's now the application of the distance formula, and this is going one step forward. Okay, so we have question number 3, A part. In the question number 3, A part, if you look at the question in your book, if you have your book with you, you can look at the question. Here the point, there are 2 points are given. One point is P, whose coordinates are -2, 6. Another point Q is given, whose coordinates are 9, 3. Then he says that we have a point R, a third point, R point, and that point is on the y-axis. Okay, so the coordinates of P are given, the coordinates of Q are given. You can see that I have shown both the points on the grid, and this grid is not to the scale. I just made it with freehand so that you can understand the question. The P and Q we plotted on the grid. The R point is such that it is on the y-axis. So try to understand these sentences. He said that the point R is on the y-axis. If some point is on the y-axis, one thing for sure I can tell you is that its x coordinate will be 100% 0. Any point which is on the y-axis, its x coordinate will be 0. So the R is a point on the y-axis. So we don't know its coordinates, but one thing we are sure, that its x is 0. And so I showed here a point R, its coordinates will be 0, y. The value of the y we are supposed to find out. We don't know the coordinates of R, but we know one thing, that it is on the y-axis. So its coordinates will be 100% 0, y. The x will be definitely 0. Now, they gave you a condition. They told you that the distance of the R from the P and the distance of R from the Q, both the distances are equal. The PR is equals to QR. It means we use different words for this thing. That this length PR is equals to length QR. That's why you see when I draw those lines, which joins the P and R, and the line which joins the Q and R, I have put there a special mark. I can show you that mark. This mark here, you can see this mark and this mark. This means whenever you find this mark on two lines, this means that both these lines are equal in length. Both these lines have the same length. Do you understand the importance of that mark which I draw there? I've drawn there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This mark means that the PR length and the QR length, they are equal. And that is given in the statement of the question. They say that both the lengths are equal. They want you to find out the coordinates of the point R. If you want to find out the coordinates of the point R, you will apply the distance formula for the PR and the QR, and you will make them equal to each other. So on your screen you can see that I have written the PR is equals to QR, means the length PR and the length QR, they are equal. Then I apply the distance formula. So I wrote -2 minus 0 whole square plus 6 minus y whole square equals to, then I apply the formula, distance formula for the QR, 9 minus 0 whole square plus 3 minus y whole square. Do you understand this line?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
-2 minus, okay, good. So -2 minus 0 will be -2, and if you square it, it will be 4. 6 minus y whole square. This is a little tricky. It requires a knowledge of you know, if you know how to open the whole square. A minus b. Do you remember? You did it in your 8th class, D2, chapter number 3 and 4 and 5. 6 minus y whole square. We open it with the identity, algebraic identity. The formula we use is, listen carefully, the formula. A minus b whole square. The formula will be a square minus 2ab plus b square. Square of the first term minus 2 into first term into second term plus square of the second term. So 6 minus y whole square. The square of the 6, that will be 36. Minus 2 multiply first term multiply second term. That will be 2 multiply 6 multiply y. That will be 12y. So you can see I have written there minus 12y. Plus square of the second term. So that will be y square equals to 9 minus 0 is 9. So I will take it square. That will be 81. Plus the next thing is 3 minus y whole square. Again, it is like a minus b whole square. So if you want to find out a minus b whole square, you apply the algebraic identity. A minus b whole square is equals to a square minus 2ab plus b square. Or you say square of the first term minus 2 multiplies first term multiplies second term plus square of the second term. So first term here is 3. So square of the 3, that will be 9 minus 2 multiply 3 multiply y. So that will give you minus 6y plus square of the y. That will be y square. Okay. So you will have 4 plus 36. It will be 40 minus 12y plus y square. And on the right side, you will have 81 plus 9. That's 90 minus 6y plus y square. So both sides have a square root on them. So what you do, you square both the sides. You want to get rid of that square root sign, that radical sign. You want to get rid of that. So what you will do, you will square both the sides. So that squares will be cancelled with those square roots. So now you will have 40 minus 12y plus y square equals to 90 minus 6y plus y square. Y square and y square will be cancelled. Y square and y square from both the sides will be cancelled with each other. So you are left with minus 12. Bring this minus 6y to the left side. So that will become plus 6y. 90 on the right. 40 will go to the right side. It will become minus 40. So you will have minus 6y equals to 50. So take this minus 6y, which is multiplying with the y, take it to the other side and it will divide there. So you will have minus 50 divided by 6. So cancel with the 2. So we will have minus 25 by 3. And so this will be like minus 8 whole 1 by 3. So the value of the y is minus 8 whole 1 by 3. So the coordinates of the r will be 0, comma, minus 8 whole 1 by 3. You see, this is question number 3, A part. This is, unfortunately, we are doing in a single sitting. From distance formula, we are going to the advanced questions on the distance formula. So that's a little advanced level related with the distance formula. Do you understand? Did you got any idea how this is done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You don't need to write it with during this lesson. Actually, I will share the PowerPoint presentation in which we have done these questions, and you can also see this video on the YouTube. Okay, so I will share the link of the YouTube as well. Okay, so now we are moving to the question number 3, B part. And the question, if you have your books with you, you can read the question, the statement of the question. That is very, very important to read the statement of the question. And you can see here that in the question, basically, he says 2 points, P and Q are given. The P coordinates are minus I think 3, minus 2, comma 6. And the Q coordinates are 9, comma 3. So I draw a grid and I plotted P and Q on the grid. Then he says that he has a point, and that point is S. And that point is, he used the word, that point is on the equidistant. He said that the length, the distance of S from the P and the distance of S from the Q, they are equal. Both the distances, they are equal to each other. And about the S, one important thing, that the S is on the X axis. So the point S is on the X axis. If any point which is on the X axis, we know one thing for sure, and that is that any point which is on the X axis, its Y is definitely 0. Its X coordinate, we don't know what that will be. We suppose that is X. But one thing we know, it's on the X axis, so its Y will be 0. So on the diagram, you can see when I wrote S on the, I tried to show it on the X axis. I wrote its coordinates X comma 0 because it's on the X axis. So its Y will be 0. X will be something, we don't know. We will calculate that. But its Y is definitely 0. And there are two things he told about the point S, that it is on the X axis and its distance from the P, means PS distance, and the QS distance, they are equal to each other. So their question is, find the coordinates of the S. So it is given that the length PS and the length QS, they are equal. So what I will do, I will apply the distance formula on the PS, and I will apply the distance formula on the QS. Okay, so let's apply that formula. Let's apply that formula on the let's apply that formula on the PS. So you can see minus 2 minus x whole square plus 6 minus 0 whole square. On the other side, it will be 9 minus x whole square plus 3 minus 0 whole square. Okay. Now you see on the left side, you have minus 2 minus x whole square. So I will take that, because we have not studied any identity in which both the terms have a negative sign with them. We have studied identities to open the whole square which have both the terms have positive sign, or one of the terms has a negative sign. That's it. These are the two terms. You have studied the a plus b whole square, both the terms are positive, and you have studied a minus b whole square. One of them is negative. But here a situation we have in which both the first term and the second term, they both have negative sign with them. If you can remember, just remember a simple thing. If both the terms have negative sign, you open it as a plus b whole square. If both the terms have negative sign, like here, you have minus 2 minus x and whole square. So if both the terms are negative, you open it like a plus b whole square. A plus b whole square. Or you can do the procedure which I have done. I have taken minus 1 out. I have taken minus 1 as common. So when I take minus 1 common from that bracket, inside that bracket, the signs will change. And when minus 1 will come out, that bracket has a whole square on it. So that whole square will come out with the minus 1. So when you take the square of that minus 1, that will become plus 1. So now inside the bracket, you have 2 plus x whole square. So when you open it, it's like a plus b whole square. A plus b whole square, you know, a plus b whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So you can, or you, in other terms, we say square of the first term plus 2 into first term into second term plus square of the second term. So first term is 2, its square will be 4 plus 2 into first term into second term. 2 multiply first term is 2 multiply second term is x. So 2 multiply x, that will be 4x. And the square of the second term, that is x, its square will be x square. The square of the 6 will be 36. 9 on the other side. Now I am on the right side. 9 minus x whole square. It is like a minus b whole square. A minus B whole square is A square minus 2AB plus B square. Square of the first term minus 2 into first term into second term plus square of the second term. First term is 9. Its square will be 81. Minus 2 multiply first term multiply second term. Minus 2, first term is 9, multiply second term, that is x. So it will be minus 18x plus square of the second term. The second term is x. Its square will be x square. Then you have plus 3 minus 0. 3 minus 0 is 3. Its square will be 9. So you will have 4 plus 4x plus x square plus 36. On the other side, 81 plus 9, it will be 90 minus 18x plus x square. So you have 40 plus 4x plus x square. On the other side, you have 90 minus 18x plus x square. Both have square root on them. So how do we get rid of the square roots on both the sides? You take square on both the sides. So you can see I have done this. I have taken the square on both the sides. So that square and that radical sign, that square root sign, they will be cancelled. So now you have 40 plus 4x plus x square equals to 90 minus 18x plus x square. On both the side, you have plus x square. So they will be cancelled with each other. So now you are left with the 4x. Bring that minus 18x to the left side. It will become plus 18x equals to 90. Take this 40 to the other side, from left to the right side. Here it was positive 40. When it go to the other side, it will become minus 40. So 4x plus 18x, that will be 22x equals to 50. So take this 22 to the other side, x will be equals to, this was multiplying with the 20, with 22 was multiplying with the x. When it go to the other side, it will divide. Now you can see that 50 divided by 22, cancel up numerator denominator with 2, you will have 25 by 11. So it will be 2 whole 3 by 11. You divide 25 with 11, it will be 2 whole 3 by 11. So the coordinates of S will be 2 whole 3 by 11, comma 0. So that was question number 3, B part. Hopefully you have understood. I cannot say that it's very easy. The calculation is lengthy and it involves the knowledge of the distance formula. It also involves the knowledge of algebraic identities and the basic mathematics. So a lot of previous knowledge from your previous class is coming in use here. So I always tell you that exercise chapter number 3, chapter number 4, chapter number 5, chapter number 6 of D2, that is very, very important for O levels. You see here, the distance formula is just involved in the first step. The rest of the question is all the previous knowledge, previous practices which you have learned. So please, if you have done those chapters, chapter 3, 4, 5, and 6 from D2, practice them again. They are very, very important for O levels. Do you understand this question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's move to the next question. So on your screen, the question number 4 is showing up. So here he has is same kind of question. He told us that there are 2 points. Point M, which is 3,7, point N, which is 11, minus 6. And I have made a grid and I plotted those points on the grid so that you can understand the question. You can actually perceive in your mind that what's the question about. He says we have a point W, and that point W is on the y-axis. And that the point W is on the y-axis. Okay, if something is on the y-axis, I told you it's very important to understand. If any point is on the y-axis, then its x is 0. Any point which is located on the y-axis, its x coordinate is 100% 0. Y coordinate can be any number, but its X coordinate is 100% 0. So you see, when I draw the W on the Y axis, I wrote X 0. In its coordinates, I wrote X as 0. And Y, I don't know what will be the value of the Y. He says that the W is equidistant from M and N. Okay. So here he using a word that is equidistant. Equidistant means that the distance of W from the M and the distance of W from the N, they are equal. In other words, you can say that the MW and the NW, they both are equal. So for this in mathematics, we use the word equidistant. Equidistant mean the length of the line MW and the length of the line NW, they are equal to each other. Do you understand this word equidistant?
Yes, sir.
It is very important to understand that phrase, that W is equidistant from M and N, which means actual meaning in mathematics is that MW is equals to NW. So it's on the y-axis and it is equidistant from M and N. So you can see that when I've showed it, I have drawn the line MW and NW, and I have put 2 marks on both the lines. These marks mean these marks. You can see these marks, these marks, these marks, whenever drawn on the lines, they mean that both these lines are equal to each other. So if these lines are equal to each other, then I can write MW is equals to NW. Then I will apply this formula, the distance formula. And you can see I have applied 3 minus 0 whole square plus 7 minus y whole square. So what will happen? On the other side, NW, in the NW, you see what I will do, 11 minus 0 whole square plus minus 6 minus y whole square. Okay, 3 minus 0, that's 3 square will be 9, 7 minus y whole square. It's a minus b whole square. It's like a minus b whole square, that identity. A minus b whole square is a square minus 2ab plus b square. Square of the first term minus 2 into first term into second term plus square of the second term. So on the other side, so 7 square, that will be 49. 2 into first minus 2 into first term into second term minus 2 multiply 7 multiply y, that will give you minus 14y. And then you will have plus b square plus square of the second term, so it will be y square. So on the right side, we will have 11 square, that will be 121 plus. Okay, so now we have again that situation. Bracket minus 6 minus y, bracket close, whole square. I told you, just remember this. You have studied only a plus b whole square. Or you have studied a minus b whole square. You have not studied any formula which says minus b minus a minus b whole square. So if you can remember, just remember, if you have minus a minus b whole square, you just deal it like a plus b whole square. It is minus 6 minus y whole square. You can open it like 6 plus y whole square. Or mathematically, you can do like this. You can take negative 1 common. When you take minus 1 common from that bracket, because that bracket has a square on top of it, so when a minus 1 will come out, the square will come at that minus. So when you take the square minus and the square, that will become plus 1. Inside this will become 6 plus y whole square. You just open it. That is like a square plus 2ab plus b square. square of the first term plus 2 into first term into second term plus square of the second term. So first square of the first term, 6 square, that's 36, plus 2 into first term into second term, that will be plus 2 multiply 6 multiply y, that will give you 12y, plus square of the second term, that will be plus y square. Okay, so now you have 9 plus 49, 58 minus 14y plus y square, it has under root on it, equals to 121 plus 36 plus 12y plus y square. So you will have 58 minus 14y plus y square equals to, when you add 121 and 36, it will be 157 plus 12y plus y square. So now you have two expressions or an equal sign between them. They both have radical signs on it. Both the sides have radical sign on them. So if you want to get rid of this, so if you want to get rid of this radical signs on both the side, you will square both the sides. So this square and this radical sign, they will be cancelled. This square and this radical sign, they will be cancelled with each other. So you will have 58 minus 14y plus y square equals to 157 plus 12y plus y square. So you will have minus 14y, this plus y will come on this side, this square and this square has cancelled. This 157, this plus 58 will go on the other side, it will be minus 58 and you will have minus 26y equals to 99. So y is equals to minus 99 divided by 26. So that will give you minus 3 whole 21 by 26. You divide 99 with 26. You can do it on the calculator. So you will have 0 comma minus 3 whole 21 by 26. So these are the coordinates of the S point. The S point was on the Y. Sorry, I wrote S point. This name of the point is W. By mistake, I wrote here. S, but this is not S. Okay. So remember this thing. This word is not. This word is not S. Okay. This word is W. So this word is. What is this word? This word is W basically. Okay. So and just okay. Fill. Where is that filling? So anyway, I will correct this, but you also remember this thing. This word is not S. This is W. By mistake, I wrote S. So that the coordinates of the coordinates of that point is point W is 0 comma minus 3 whole 2 to 21 by 26. So that's it. So we have done from question of uh, exercise 6 B from the book D3, and we have done the first 4 questions. Question number 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is about the distance formula. Okay, so I hope that you have understood this, and this video lecture, this online class will be helpful to you. Please practice them at your home, and that will be very helpful to you. I hope that I have been to some help to you. So thank you very much, everybody, and have a good day, and God bless you all. Bye bye.